Yep.
Costa versus Izzy is coming up. I just seen Costa. He looked like his weight is actually coming up. I don't know how that motherfucker makes 185 pounds because he was already lean at 220. He looking like real like shredded
They
right
could be
now.
lying, bro. Just remember when they used to say these fools was like 6'10" and these fools was like 6'8". You know what I mean? So he probably already was like 205, chopped and chiseled, and they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah." 2 weeks ago he was 220. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But not how
yeah,
you seeing him.
yeah. I
There's
just
no way.
think that
There's no
they're
way he was flexing with abs like that at 220, and he's getting to 185. Where's it coming from?
right, but I'm saying this man looks shredded right now. Like
He always does.
and so I'm like, okay, you know, but when I watch this fight, when I think about this fight though, when I think about this fight, I just see Izzy catching him with something slick and not really. But then again, I'm not gonna ride the Izzy wave all the way because I can see that man hitting Izzy with something that's gonna get them eyes to widen up. You know what I'm saying? Because he does hit hard. He hits hard, and people are sleeping on his boxing skills. I think his boxing skills look pretty damn good.
Who?
Costa, especially for him.
Everybody he's faced think they look pretty damn good, man. He is a monster. As people are scared of Francis, they should be just as scared of this dude because he is an eraser.
Yeah,
Like this is where the fight gets interesting for me because we have a common opponent and recent common opponent for both people. And the common opponent is very, very good in Yoel Romero.
yeah,
And talk is cheap. What you get in there and do really speaks volumes. So Costa really came at Yoel. Like he dropped him in the first round. He came for him. And he wasn't afraid to get punched by Yoel. He got caught himself and he bounced back fast. That's that cardio. Obviously, he got some amazing cardio to be dropping all this weight off, doing whatever he's doing.
yeah.
But the thing is, this dude is something special. Izzy's talking. He talked a lot. Oh, I want to face Romero, the scariest guy in the division. To stand across from him and just look at him, it was pretty boring, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
yeah,
Like, and it's now that he's been the champion, he just beat Robert Whitaker in front of the biggest crowd in UFC history. This dude's wearing Versace robes. This dude is pink hair. Like he's feeling himself a little bit. And I think he doesn't have the same hunger that Costa's coming in with this. Costa isn't the champion. Costa hasn't been the champion. Costa's hungry. How hungry is Izzy? Because you talk a lot of shit, but your belly's full now. You can't say that life hasn't changed for you. You talked about moving into a bigger house, you doing things you ain't did, but how hungry? I hope your competitiveness and you really hate Costa like you're promoting. But to me, it's kind of cheesy, and I know you respect him because who wouldn't? If you think Yoel Romero's the dude nobody wants to fight, no, nobody wants to fight Costa in that division. I promise you that. There's not one dude that's like, yeah, sign me up, give me him next.
yeah.
But
Nah.
they're gonna have to get in line because he's about to have that belt. Something tells me he's he's not going to go out like Whitaker did. Like Whitaker was ecstatic just to get back in the ring, got caught, dazed by the lights. He succumbed to the emotion. Costa in his fight against Romero showed me some animal. Like it's easy to look like Terminator and go out here and terminate everybody, but how they bounce back in adversity. When I seen him get dropped, man, he bounced right back up. Like he's looking, he's moving, and he might look like he's 250, but he moves like these 185ers. He was fast, and I just don't know if that skinny body, like John Jones has and's been a legend with it, I don't know if the skinny body at 185 is going to hold up to this big dude.
That's what I'm saying. Those vicious fucking body shots, uppercuts that he throws. He throws that shit with precision. Like I don't know why people think like say that Izzy is so. I get Izzy's background is flooded with kickboxing and Muay Thai fights and all those things, and so
Still,
on paper Yeah, he's the more accomplished striker. Not arguing that at all. But what I'm saying is
So they say.
this man has skills too. He has skills too.
And I think people are sleeping on him.
And I think he has some serious power for 185 pounds. And you got to think, okay, he's stepping on the scale at 185 pounds. What does he rehydrate to? A lovely 200 and something pounds. You know what I'm saying? But he does have some advantages, and the advantage is the reach. He throws kicks. Costa doesn't really throw a lot of kicks. And Adesanya, like I said, he does have that background where he's faced probably 50 to 60 guys with similar body type.
So there's two things to this. Costa brings up his point. This is Costa's point. He's saying, Adesanya, yeah, you're undefeated in the UFC. Whoop-de-woo. But in kickboxing, you've been knocked out twice. And that's with gloves on. Big boxing gloves. And so Costa's looking at you and like, you do go down. Don't act. He watched a little Gasselman rock Izzy. So Izzy is not untouchable. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot. He could break out the dance moves. He could do, but he's feeling himself way too much to the point where I think you're out of tune with reality. You know what I mean? Because you got to dial it back in a little bit. Right. Like I said, if you're out here doing all these different things, how focused are you on actually beating this dude? Because Costa is, I know he's living and breathing, he's cutting this muscle off. He's chiseling this body to come kill this fool. That's his only sole focus right now. I can't say Izzy's focus. Look at his hair. It was yellow last week. It's pink this week. His mind is all over the place, and I could see that before they even get into the ring. This is where these are the real details that these dudes have amazing skills to fight. That's why they're here. They're the best fighters in the world, but it's the mental part that we know makes you or breaks you. And I see Izzy is all over the place. I don't know if he's that focused.
See, but I mean, to that, we hearing from Izzy's side, we living at the gym. Me and my training partners are living at the gym.
Ripley was in Thailand doing whatever, getting beat by shit on the Rock show and then coming and getting smashed. So you could, like I said, you could say whatever you want. I'm going off what I'm seeing. So I lived in Vegas. I like to bet on sports maybe. I need to pay attention to these things before they even get to the ring that are really, it's already decided to me in my mind. Right. I know this dude. I don't need to watch Embedded to know how focused Paulo Costa is, because every time they show one of his clips when he's talking, he's in a training room. Like I said, every time I see him, he has one thing on his mind. He wants to kill Adesanya. As much as Adesanya wants to beat, he's good at promotions. Izzy is good. That's why he's became a star. But if he loses focus for any second in there, his head is going to come off in this fight. I promise you.
I agree with that. But I do like to say, I do got to say this. The pink hair, the dancing, all that shit, that's why we watching, old boy. Because he's exciting. And he's not, he ain't knocking out everybody. He didn't knock out Gaston. He knocked him down 5 times. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't knock him out cold. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he probably got, 2 clean knockouts? Robert Whitaker and Brunson.
I'm not underestimating his power by any means. All these fools.
No, I'm just saying, but he's exciting. He is exciting. He is exciting to watch. He is kind of entertaining to listen to. But I do agree that laser focus that Costa has, that Ivan Drago out in the fucking mountain, just training, just thinking kill. That is, he's going to have a fucking fight on his hands. And that's why Dana White is saying this is going to be the fight of the year.